WOTV 41, Battle Creek, Kalamazoo.
Good evening, I'm Jane Brierly. This is NewsCenter 8 at 6, and with us tonight is Bill Freeman from our Kalamazoo Bureau.
Hi, everybody. What a day this has been.
Rick Roberts, Suzanne Jeha, Craig James, and Warren Reynolds. This is News 8 Tonight. Good evening, and thank you for joining us this Friday.
From West Michigan's Team to Watch, this is News 8 Tonight.
A tragic mistake has resulted in the deaths of 290 passengers on board an Iranian plane today.
Come on to the dance, only on TV 8.
From West Michigan's Team to Watch, this is News 8 Tonight.
Tragedy and joy follow a Detroit area boating accident. Good evening, I'm Liz Vega.
And I'm Alan Janae.
Come on to the dance, only on TV 8.
From West Michigan's Team to Watch, this is News 8 Tonight.
Gus Macker players tried to pretend it wasn't happening, but in the end, rain forced organizers to halt the day's play. Good evening this Saturday. I'm Lynn Carthane.
And I'm Ernie Reno. From News 8, West Michigan's Team for the 90s. This is Live at 5. This is WOTV, Grand Rapids. From West Michigan's Team for the 90s, this is the News 8 Night Team.
This is WOTV, Grand Rapids. From West Michigan's 24-hour news source, this is the News 8 Night Team, the team for the 90s.
He probably wouldn't have wanted anything special because he would have said he was just doing his job.
From the first team for news in West Michigan, this is News 8 Today.
Good morning and thanks for joining us on this Thursday. I'm Jennifer Moss here with meteorologist Dave Carmichael and for Dennis Hodges.
News leader Jerry Barnaby, Suzanne Jeha, and meteorologist Craig James. This is News 8 Live at 5.
This is WOOD-WOTV 8 Grand Rapids.
From the first team for news in West Michigan, this is News 8 at 6.
This is the first time in my life it came this close to my neighborhood, and I've been staying here 26 years. And I got my...
Neighbors are worried about a shooting at a Grand Rapids park in broad daylight today.
Live from WOOD-WOTV 8, West Michigan's news leader, Larry Nienhaus, Linda White, Warren Reynolds, meteorologist Terry DeBoer, and Jerry Barnaby. This is 24-hour News 8.
In a robbery attempt last February, 60-year-old Rodney Corp was shot dead. Now 2 of the suspects are on trial for his murder.
Live from WOOD-WOTV 8, West Michigan's news leader, Suzanne Jeha, Linda White, meteorologist Craig James, and Heather Herron with health. This is 24-hour News 8.
Michigan officials say if the tobacco companies are going to profit from selling a product that makes people sick.
Live from WOOD-WOTV 8, West Michigan's news leader, Suzanne Jeha, Tom Van Howe, meteorologist Craig James, and Jack Doles with sports. This is 24-hour News 8.
A gasoline tanker is burning at this hour out of control on Interstate 96 in downtown Grand Rapids. Good evening, everybody. I'm Tom Van Howe.
And I'm Susan Shaw in for Suzanne Jeha.
Live from WOOD-WOTV 8, West Michigan's news leader, Susan Shaw, Tom Van Howe, meteorologist Craig James, and Jack Doles with sports. This is 24-Hour News 8. Live from WOOD-WOTV 8, West Michigan's news leader, Sean Boyd, Rick Albin, meteorologist Keith Monahan, and Matt Weiner with sports. This is 24-Hour News 8.
Police tried to stop him, but today this woman became Jack Kevorkian's 40th patient to commit suicide in his presence.
First, best, live. From WOOD-WOTV 8, Suzanne Jiha, Linda White, meteorologist Craig James, and Heather Herron with Health Beat. This is 24-Hour News 8.
National security advisors spend the day briefing the president about the military strikes. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Linda White, in for Suzanne Jiha.
From WOOD-WOTV 8, Susan Shaw, Tom Van Howe, meteorologist Craig James, and Jack Doles with sports. This is 24-Hour News 8.
Today, West Michigan takes another big blow from Mother Nature.
First, best, live. From WOOD-WOTV 8, Susan Shaw, Larry Nienhaus, meteorologist Craig James, Warren Reynolds, and Target 8 consumer investigator Christine Rohr. This is 24-Hour News 8.
Raging forest fires have been a nightmare for firefighters, and now one Florida official says it is getting even worse. Good evening, everybody.
A black bear wanders into a West Michigan campground, and we're not talking about Yogi. You'll hear from the folks who saw him up next.
For Battle Creek and Kalamazoo, news with Laurie Barriger, Jeff Tanchak with weather, and local sports with Billy Crooks. This is 41 News, your local news source.
Good evening, everybody, and thanks for joining us.
Live from West Michigan's news leader, this is 24-Hour News 8.
Getting at-risk kids involved with the police before they're actually in trouble. That's a program that is working. Good evening, and thanks for joining us this Tuesday, July 18th. I'm Suzanne Jiha.
Live from WOOD-WOTV 8, West Michigan's news leader, Brian Sterling, meteorologist Terry DeBoer, and Ann Schieber with the Morning Market Watch. 24-Hour News 8 continues. Live from WOOD-WOTV 8, West Michigan's news leader, Linda White, Larry Nienhaus, Heather Herron, Jerry Barnaby, and meteorologist Terry DeBoer. 24-Hour News 8 continues.
Nice to have you back.
Live from WOOD-WOTV 8, West Michigan's news leader, Suzanne Jiha, Larry Nienhaus, Linda White, Heather Herron, and meteorologist Craig James. 24-Hour News 8 continues. Live from WOOD-WOTV 8, West Michigan's news leader, Susan Shaw, Larry Nienhaus, meteorologist Craig James, and Jerry Barnaby. 24-Hour News 8 continues.
The soaring cost of prescription drugs.
Live from WOOD-WOTV 8, West Michigan's news leader, Suzanne Jiha, Tom Van Howe, meteorologist Craig James, and Jack Doles with sports. 24-Hour News 8 continues.
Creek and Kalamazoo, this is your morning news with Michelle Edmonds and the local weather forecast with Jeff Rent. On 41 News this morning.
We lose far too many people.
With news from where you live, 41 News this morning continues.
As we were talking about at the top of the show,
some local militia members are up in arms over what this pipeline is pumping into an area creek.
3 more people are charged with being involved in a southwestern Michigan pyramid scheme. I'm Melissa Blasius, and I'll have a live report coming up.
good evening, and thanks for joining us this Wednesday. I'm Romaine Buck.
And I'm Tim Malone. It's a battle over a pipeline.
For Battle Creek and Kalamazoo, this is your local news with Tim Malone and Romaine Buck. Local weather with Pam Land and sports highlights with Ken Hyde on 41 News. News from where you live.
Welcome back, everyone.
For Battle Creek and Kalamazoo, this is your local news with Romaine Buck and Ethan Forhetz. Local weather with Pam Land and sports highlights with Ken Hyde on 41 News. News from where you live.
Welcome back. There were mangled cars and bodies all over a Detroit road early this morning.
From WOTV 41, Battle Creek, Kalamazoo, this is 41 News. News from where you live.
American and allied troops are closing in on Osama bin Laden, but sources say bin Laden has no intention of being taken alive.
And students at an area high school are shocked. One of their classmates is accused of molesting children.
Good evening and thank you for joining us.
Live from West Michigan's news leader, this is 24-Hour News 8. Live from 24-Hour News 8.
I couldn't hardly see. And,
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us this Monday night. I'm Suzanne Jiha.
I'm Brian Sterling. This is 24-Hour News 8 at 6.
On air and online, West Michigan's news leader is 24-Hour News 8.
Well, it is hard to believe, but while we've had the sunshine here today.
Live, this is 24-Hour News 8.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Susan Shaw. And I'm Marley Ginchert. Now at 6 o'clock.
From WOOD-TV, this is 24-Hour News 8. From WOOD-TV, this is 24-Hour News 8.
Now at 6, a possible future for a long-shuttered prison, an ICE detention center right here in West Michigan.
From WOOD-TV, this is 24-Hour News 8. From WOOD-TV, this is 24-Hour News 8 Daybreak. This is 24-Hour News 8 Daybreak with Teresa Weekly, Casey Jones, meteorologists Terry DeBoer and Matt Kirkwood, and traffic with Tom Hillen. From WOOD-TV, this is 24-Hour News 8 at noon. Live from the Media Arts Center in downtown Grand Rapids.
Now at noon, a father is charged in the drowning of his son with special needs.
This is 24-Hour News 8 at noon with Susan Shaw, Emily Leonard, and meteorologist Matt Kirkwood. This is 24-Hour News 8 at 5 with Susan Shaw, Brian Sterling, and meteorologist Bill Steffen. This is 24-Hour News 8 at 5:30 with Brian Sterling, Susan Shaw, and meteorologist Kyle Underwood. This is 24-Hour News 8 at 6 with Brian Sterling, Susan Shaw, meteorologist Bill Steffen, and sports director Jack Doles. From WOOD-TV, this is 24-Hour News 8 at 7. From WOOD-TV, this is 24-Hour News 8 at 7.
Hi, everybody.
This is 24-Hour News 8 at 7 with Marley Ginter and meteorologist Kyle Underwood. This is 24-Hour News 8 at 10 with Marley Ginter, Brian Sterling, meteorologist Kyle Underwood, and sports director Jack Doles. This is 24-Hour News 8 at 11 with Brian Sterling, Marley Ginter, meteorologist Bill Steffen, and sports director Jack Doles.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Emily Leonard, starting out in the 24-Hour Tracking Center. And I'm Amanda Jarrett. 24-Hour News 8 at noon starts right now.
This is a breaking news alert from 24-Hour News 8.
Breaking news right off the top this noon. George Zimmerman has been granted bond for a second time.
This is a breaking news alert from 24-Hour News 8.
We begin, though, with breaking news. Tonight, we have the entire Jason Dalton interrogation report.
This is News 8 from WOOD-TV, live from the Media Arts Center in downtown Grand Rapids.
First this noon.
This is News 8 from WOOD-TV.
Now at 5 o'clock, hit at the bus stop.
This is News 8 from WOOD-TV.
Good evening to you, and thanks for staying with us here at 6:30. I'm Leon Hendricks.
This is News 8 at 7 from WOOD-TV.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emily Leonard. We start with the winter weather moving into West Michigan.
This is News 8 Daybreak from WOOD-WOTV.
We are following the investigation this morning in Colorado.
Now on.
Hello, West Michigan. Happy Monday. It is Thanksgiving week, but not just.
This is News 8 from WOOD-WOTV.
Off the top at noon, a woman is behind bars after investigators say she stole a car.
You're watching News 8 at noon on WOOD-WOTV with Emily Leonard, Tom Hillen, and meteorologist Matt Kirkwood.
Former President Trump's Twitter account is back online.
This is News 8 from WOOD-WOTV.
Right off the top at 4 o'clock today,
You're watching News 8 at 4 on WOOD-WOTV with Susan Shaw, Emily Leonard, meteorologist Matt Kirkwood, and traffic with Megan Bunchman.
Be sure to mark your calendar.
This is News 8 from WOOD-WOTV.
First at 5, they're meant to warn you when bad weather approaches, but a tornado siren became a noisy nuisance for some Portage residents.
Twice in a 3-day period, one of the city's sirens accidentally went off. News 8's Joe LaFergie found out what went wrong.
You're watching News 8 at 5 on WOOD-WOTV with Michelle DeSalms, Brian Sterling, and meteorologist Matt Kirkwood. This is News 8 from WOOD-WOTV.
Right off the top tonight, Calhoun County is reporting a partial outage of.
This is the 7 on WOOD-WOTV 8 with Michelle DeSalms and Chief Meteorologist Ellen Baca, West Michigan's only 7 o'clock newscast.
Starts right now.
This is News 8 from WOOD-WOTV.
Off the top tonight, police are still looking into a shooting that happened near Battle Creek last night that left 2 men hurt.
The team to watch, News 8. We're your team.